Yo, what's up guys, it's Savage Pro here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm just going to be showing you the best way to edit like a pro, and here's some 5 tips. Okay, let's get right into the video. The first tip is that practice makes perfect. I've practiced so much in editing, and I just got to the point where I feel like I'm pretty good, and I just kept practicing until I got to the point where I was pretty good, and I thought I was like good. So yeah, practice makes perfect. So I think the best way to practice is to go into creative and just do what I'm doing in this clip. Just go into an editing course and just keep trying like a bunch of different ways. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you the second tip, which is to practice which editing things you like to do the most. See, I like to do with wall, I like to do that triangle edit, as you can see, and I've practiced that a lot, so I've got to the point where it's pretty easy for me to do it like that. And a lot of people do the quad, the 4 instead of the triangle, and you've probably seen me do that a few times. And then the second tip is sensitivity. As you can see, my building sensitivity is 1500. That's perfect for me for building and editing, because Fortnite has just added in a new editing speed sensitivity, and you just have to figure out what sensitivity fits well for you. You can give my sensitivity a try, but I think the best thing is to figure out what you want to do and what you're best at. So now let's get into the third tip. The third tip is that editing is really hard, and you have to figure out what your keybinds are. And you do this by going into your settings, and you have to figure out, you're probably going to be on Builder Pro, but if you're on Combat Pro, whatever. And mine is triangle right now, and my switch mode is circle. Lots of people, they still have it on circle, and that's a really big disadvantage because you have to hold circle to get to it, and that's a very big disadvantage because that gives you a bunch less time. So I recommend changing it to a button, but you can change it to actually you can change it to the D-pad, or as you would like to call it, touchpad, whatever you want to call it. And I've actually seen some people do L2, which is your left stick, the button on your left stick. So yeah, so the third tip is go into your settings right as you're watching this video. If you can play it right now, go into your settings and change your keybind from either circle or whatever you have it to something that fits you best, and something that you've memorized and that you have practiced. So as you can see in this clip, I'm showing you what editing things I like doing best. So first, let's get into the wall, which is my favorite because I'm just so fast with it. So I like doing windows. Well, everybody has to learn windows, but the thing I use the most is probably the triangle edit, like that. You go 1, 2, 3. But lots of people also like to do not the door. Don't use the door. That's a tip. Do not use the door. It really doesn't help you. See, it takes time to open the door, so don't edit the door. Lots of people also do that one, the quad one. You go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's also a very good tool when you're editing a wall. As you can see, I did it pretty fast there. I'm not great at it though. I'm mostly good on the triangle. So yeah, the second thing, we're going to the floor, which is also very important. The floor is pretty easy. It's not that hard to learn because there's only 3 things that you can do. You can do just 1 like that. You can also do 2 like that in any direction, or you can do 3 like this, which I don't think is very useful for any situations, but 1 is probably my favorite because if you're building up, and for example, if there's a wall above you, I mean a floor above you, sorry, it's really easy to just place 1 instead of doing like 2 or 3. See, I can do 2 there, but I'm still not mastered it. So now let's get into the triangle. Triangle, there's also only 3 things to do. You can do this one, where you can actually hide underneath here, or you can get actually up a ramp. This is identical to a ramp. 2 is identical to a ramp. And then we have 3, which is sort of like a ramp in 2 directions, but I'm not sure what you could use it for. You could use it in 1x1 or something. But I think that's the best one, because that one or just 1, because you're not going to really use the 3 a lot, but yeah. So now let's get into the ramp. Ramp is probably the hardest one to learn. Is you just have to drag from one corner. If you're doing this, you just have to drag from one corner to the other corner, like this. Hold, drag to the next, or in any direction. And there's actually only 2, but still, I like to only do 1. And then if you're, for example, have a player below me, I just edit those 3 down, and then you're on your players. So that's good. And then lots of people think that you have to drag from there to there when you're rotating, but you only actually have to drag from one middle piece to the next middle piece, which is actually very easy. So don't forget that tip. Lots of people tell you this tip, but I'm just reminding you guys. And I've practiced rotating a lot, even though I don't really use it much. So those are some of the tips that I'll give you to editing. Most important tip is just practice. Go into creative, just practice as much as you can. And here are some of my other clips of me editing. So enjoy the video, guys. you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's Savage Pro. And yeah, we've hit 30 subs, and that was a big achievement for me. So thank you guys. Yeah, don't forget to like this video and tell your friends and family to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, peace out.